Hey guys, it's Zane. What's going on? I wanted to talk about what the LSAT is, right? When you apply for law schools, and even if you got into law school at this point, you've taken the LSAT. It stands for Law School Admission Test. And it's a very intense test that determines what law school you will get into, if you will even get into law school, and the quality of the education you will determine. It's set to determine a lot of things, to be honest. It's set to determine also how well you'll do in law school, and it also is set to determine what kind of job you'll get after law school. Because the better law school you go to, based off your LSAT score, the better the better job you'll get eventually, right? If you want to be a Supreme Court justice one day or a federal justice, a lot of federal justices have gone to Ivy League schools, right? Ivy League law schools and whatnot, or like even Stanford. I know Stanford's not an Ivy League school, but it's one of the top 3 law schools you can get into. So the better you do on the LSAT, the better you'll do as your prospects are as an attorney, right? Not that you'll be a better attorney than anybody else, right? I don't think you'll be a better attorney than the guy that went to Harvard, Yale, or Stanford. You'll have better prospects in life depending on what law school you go to and the opportunities being afforded to you. So, does that make it sound like the test is important yet? I'm telling you, it is pretty important. I personally took it twice. I didn't do well my first time, and then I took it again, and I did not that much better, but I still did a little bit better, right? I did well enough to get into law school. I got into law school. I did well in my first year grades. By the way, I don't think the LSAT does really correlate to first year grades as much as people make it seem, or even to bar passage rates. I don't think it even relates that much to bar passage rates, but we can get into that later if you want to consult with me on why I think that is and what the reason behind that is, right? So it's very imperative that you take this test seriously. What I did was I took a Kaplan course. Now, if I was to go back into that 2014-2015 era when I was studying for the LSAT, I wouldn't have taken a course, guys. I would have taken self-study. Okay, I would have started to study on my own for this test. The course didn't really help me much. That's why I took it twice, right? That's why I took the LSAT twice. And I did kind of, after like taking it once, I had my course books with me still from the Kaplan course I took. So what I did was I looked through those books again, but I did go out and buy some stuff on my own that were from like non-course providers. Like, I guess I bought the LSAT trainer. And had I bought that a little bit sooner, I think my score could have substantially improved, right? I think my score could have substantially improved if I would have started out studying on my own rather than go with a commercial test prep company like Kaplan or what have you these days, right? There's so many out there. And if you do need help picking a test company, if you are still going to stick with a test company instead of self-study, which I recommend over a test study, it's your preference. It's just my recommendation. Don't let my recommendation scare you, because I've been through this, right? And I know what works for me. That's why what works for you is what we need to figure out. But if you are going to stick with a test company, let me know, and I'll let you know what I think of that test company. You can write in the comments below, send me an email, whatever. And a lot of these test companies also have discounts and whatnot, so I can get you up to date on that as well. But anyways, you pick what you want to do, but you have to have a consistent study schedule for this test. The good thing is if you're with a test company, they give you that study schedule test. That's why they charge you so much. If you're with a commercial test prep company, they give you a schedule, and they charge you for that schedule because they're doing all the work for you, right? They're doing everything you need to do to pass. Now, I mean, not pass. You get what I mean. It's not a test that you essentially pass. Everybody passes the LSAT. It's how well you score on it. But the good thing about a commercial prep is they give you everything you need. They give you a steady schedule. When you're on your own, you got to be consistent and make your own schedule. Now, when I was doing the test prep, commercial test prep, instead of studying on my own, which I should have done, again, this is only a recommendation for me. What works for me, what works for you may be different. They also had online courses. The reason I didn't take online courses and decided to go to class 3 times a week, I think I was going Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. It was at a local law school in my area where the Kaplan test prep LSAT instructor was located. I decided to go in person because that helped me stay on a schedule more than being online, right? Now, if I was to be doing everything by myself with like the LSAT trainer, the logic games, the Bibles, whatnot, I would have had my own schedule. I would have made my own schedule. I would have gone to a library instead and did all of that. I picked the easy way out. I think I did the easy thing. I picked a commercial prep course. I paid them a lot of money. I stuck with their schedule. I went 3 times a week and it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. And then guess what? I made the mistake after not doing as well as I thought I wanted to do on the LSAT. I made the mistake of using their courses again, although I did buy the LSAT trainer and some other resources. But if I was to do it over again, I would definitely talk to somebody about it. Talk to somebody that's been through this, what they recommend, how they studied, right? And pretty much, guys, what I want you to get out of this video is that the LSAT is very important, right? It determines a lot of things for you. A lot of things for you. It's more important than your undergrad GPA. Forget your letter of recommendation. Forget everything else. All right? Forget your extracurricular activities. Forget them. Okay? Don't bring them up. I don't care how many extracurricular activities you have. Okay? Your LSAT still trumps everything. And I want you to do exceptionally well on that test. I want guys and gals to do really, really, really well on that test. And you can do it. It's a test you can learn. So that's all I wanted to say. Just when you're getting ready to take the LSAT, and even what the LSAT is, that's the background and the gist of it. It determines a lot of things for you. And it sets you up to how many opportunities will be afforded to you. Not how good of a lawyer you'll be. Okay? The LSAT doesn't necessarily determine how good of a lawyer you will be. Okay? It does, however, give you more opportunities depending on how well you score on it. And I'll make another video about this later. But if you guys do have any questions for me, send me an email right in the comments, and I'll answer all of your questions. And if you do send me an email, I'll make a video about your topic, alright? Cool. I'm out, guys. Peace.